Welcome to the Transitions Daily podcast. Transitions Daily is an online recovery group that offers a daily distribution of popular recovery resources accompanied by a secret Facebook group for discussion. We hope you enjoy today's readings.
This is Transitions Daily for January 31st, read by Craig M. from Denny, Scotland. AA Thoughts for the Day. Surrender. On the face of it, surrendering certainly does not seem like winning. But it is in AA. Only after we have come to the end of our rope, hit a stone wall in some aspects of our lives beyond which we can go no further. Only when we hit bottom in despair and surrender can we accomplish sobriety which we could never accomplish before. We must, and we do, surrender in order to win. Alcoholics Anonymous, 2nd edition, page 341 to 342. Thought to consider. Life didn't end when I got sober. It started. Acronyms. Anonymous. Actions, not our names, yield maintenance of unity and service. Just for today. Stages from 3 legacies of Alcoholics Anonymous. In the first years, those of us who sobered up in AA had been grim and utterly hopeless cases, almost without exception. But now younger folks began to appear. Lots of people turned up who still had jobs and homes and health and good social standing. These, in their turn, were able to persuade others like themselves of the need for AA. Of course, it was necessary for these types of newcomers to hit bottom emotionally, but we found they did not have to hit every possible bottom there was in order to admit that they were licked. When one of these mild cases arrived at the conviction that he already had the principal symptoms of alcoholism, that was usually enough. He hit bottom then and there, and so was spared years of anguish. Alcoholics Anonymous Comes of Age, page 199. Daily Reflections. Our common welfare comes first. The unity of Alcoholics Anonymous is the most cherished quality our society has. We stay whole or AA dies. That's 12 Steps and 12 Traditions, page 129. Our traditions are key elements in the ego deflation process necessary to achieve and maintain sobriety in Alcoholics Anonymous. The first tradition reminds me not to take credit or authority for my recovery. Placing our common welfare first reminds me not to become a healer in this program. I am still one of the patients. Self-effacing elders built the ward. Without it, I doubt I would be alive. Without the group, few alcoholics would recover. The active role in renewed surrender of will enables me to step aside from the need to dominate, the desire for recognition, both of which played so great a part in my active alcoholism. Deferring my personal desires for the greater good of group growth contributes towards AA unity that is central to all recovery. It helps me to remember that the whole is greater than the sum of all its parts. As Bill sees it, in God's economy. In God's economy, nothing is wasted. Through failure, we learn a lesson in humility, which is probably needed, painful though it is. We did not always come close to wisdom by reason of our virtues. Our better understanding is often rooted in the pains of our former follies. Because this has been the essence of our individual experience, it is also the essence of our experience as a fellowship. It's from a letter 1942 and the Grapevine, November 1961. The Big Book quote: "We will seldom be interested in liquor. If tempted, we recoil from it as from a hot flame. We react sanely and normally, and we will find that this has happened automatically. We will see that a new attitude towards liquor has been given us without any thought or effort on our part. It just comes." It's Alcoholics Anonymous Into Action, page 84. 24 hours a day. AA Thought for the Day. Drinking cuts you off from God. No matter how you were brought up, no matter what your religion is, no matter if you say you believe in God, nevertheless you build up a wall between you and God by your drinking. You know you're not living the way God wants you to. As a result, you have the terrible remorse. When you come into AA, you begin to get right with other people and with God. A sober life is a happy life, because by giving up drinking, we've gotten rid of our loneliness and remorse. Do I have real fellowship with other people and with God? Meditation for the day. I believe that all sacrifice and all suffering are of value to me. When I am in pain, I am being tested. Can I trust God no matter how low I feel? Can I say, "Thy will be done," no matter how much I am defeated? If I can, my faith is real and practical. It works in bad times as well as in good times. The divine will is working in a way that is beyond my finite mind to understand, but I can still trust in it. Prayer for the day. I pray that I may take my suffering in my stride. I pray that I may accept pain and defeat as part of God's plan for my spiritual growth. That's Hazeldean Foundation, PO Box 176, Centre City, MN 55012. This is Transitions Daily. My name is Craig. I'd like to thank everybody for their support during the month of January. Thank you.
We hope you enjoyed today's readings. You can also receive Transitions Daily via email and discuss today's readings in our secret Facebook group. So for more information, go to dailyaaemails.com today.
Other than the 24 hours a day reading, unless otherwise specified, all quotes copyright Alcoholics Anonymous World Services, Inc., 1952, 1957, 1967, 1973, 1975, 1976, 1980, 1981, 1984, 1985, 1988, 1990, or 2001.